Assalamu alaikum students, I hope everybody is doing well. So in previous lesson we have discussed about the question answers of this unit number 3, try again. We have done with the summary, we have done with the block questions as well as comprehension questions. So today we are going to start with the exercise. So let's just begin. In page number 29, first of all we have vocabulary. Number A, we have write meaning of the following words. So these are the words that they have given to us. We would have to write down the meaning of these words. Heed means pay attention, persevere, persistent or consistent, strive, make an effort, case, condition, patience, tolerance. And the B part of the vocabulary is find synonyms of the following words. So words have been given to us. We have to find out the synonyms. Meanings and synonyms are same. So courage is bravery, conquer, to win, disgrace, insult, hard, tough or rigid, reward, prize or gift. Next topic that we have is simile, a figure of speech in which two apparently unlike things are explicitly compared, usually in a phrase introduced by like or as. In this simile, we compare two different things to show comparison by using the word like or as. For example, as black as night, as if they have given us examples, he is as fast as a horse, which means that his running capability is compared with a horse. Next one we have, it's as cold as ice. So these two things are showing comparison. We can use the word like as well. For example, he is fast like a horse. So that is another example of simile. In page number 30, we have this exercise that we are going to complete. Select the choice that explains the meaning of the simile as it is used in the sentence. Number 1 we have, on the cold winter day, under the covers, I kept as snug as a bug in a rug. The simile as snug as a bug in a rug means. So we would have to tell what is the meaning of this simile. From this we got a clue. On the cold winter day, under the covers, which means as snug as bug, that is somehow relevant to cozy, which means that bug is going to cover itself into the rug. So the answer is number B. I was cozy in my bed. Number 2 we have, the new teacher was as sweet as apple pie. So it's quite easy. The simile as sweet as apple pie means the new teacher was nice. In this, apple pie shows the sweetness. So that's why we got to know that this A is the answer. The new teacher was nice. Now number 3 we have, their leader was as wise as an owl. So the simile wise as an owl means the leader thought he could fly. The leader could talk to the owls. The leader knew a lot of things. Owl is considered as an wise. So C1 is the right answer. The leader knew a lot of things. Number 4 we have, the shopping center was like a 3-ring circus the day before Eid. The simile like a 3-ring circus means, if you might have seen this circus, 3-ring circus, that is quite rushy. So from this we got to know that this C is the answer. The shopping center was really busy. Number 5 we have, Danish threw such a temper outburst over such a tiny thing, he was acting like a baby. The simile like a baby means, number A we have, Danish was mature, Danish was acting childish, Danish was babysitting. So from this line, such a temper outburst, from this we got to know that he is having a childish behavior. It does not mean that he is a baby. It means that he behaves like a child or weirdly, or he shows temper in tiny things or in absurd things. So this B is going to be the answer. Number 6 we have, Mohsin was an explosive as a volcano when he found out his bike had been stolen. The simile as explosive as a volcano means Mohsin was happy, Mohsin was angry, Mohsin was calm. So from the statement we got to know that Mohsin was angry, because obviously if somebody is going to steal your thing, you are not going to be calm or you are not going to be happy. So which means Mohsin was angry at that time. Let's move towards page number 31. This C activity is filling the blanks to make similes. Use these similes in sentences. So students, I have made my similes. You can show your creativity by using any of the similes. So here number 1 we have space as turtle, as slow as turtle. Number 2, as quiet as dash. I have written dove. You may write down any answer of your choice. Number 3, as black as coal. Number 4, as tall as giant or giraffe. I have written these answers. You may write down any relevant answer. As sour as a lemon, as sweet as honey. So you would have to use these similes into sentences as well. Then we have alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of same consonant sounds. The repetition of the same sounds or of the same kinds of sounds at the beginning of words or in stressed syllables. So in a simple words, I would say that repetition of same all consonant sounds would be called as an alliteration. For example, they have given us example, she sells seashells by the seashore. For example, another example is, my mother made a marmalade. So my mother made a marmalade. Sound would be called as an alliteration. Here, she sells seashells by the seashore. These are the examples of alliteration. You may write down or you may make any of the alliteration by yourself. Number D we have, read the poem again and find out the example of the alliteration. So students, it's your activity that you are going to read that poem again and you are going to find out the alliteration from the. Now here we have this grammar portion. First of all we have personal pronoun. So let's just look at the personal pronouns. Personal pronoun. First of all, question arises, what is pronoun? Pronoun is something that we use in the place of noun. And what are the personal pronouns? First of all, we have three things. We have 3 point of views. Number 1, we have first person. And then we have second person. And then third person. Question arises here, what is first person, who is first person, who is second person, and who is third person. First person, the person who talks, and you may say that the person is talking presently. For example, I am talking, so I would be first person, and you are listening, so you would be second person. For example, we are talking about our friends who is not present in the room, so she would be the third person. So we can say that she, the girl or the boy who is not present would be called as a third person. So let's just write down first of all first person, that is I and we. Second person is you. Third person is she, he, it or they. They would be third person. So second we have 2 forms. What is the meaning of these 2 forms? We have singular and then we have plural. Question is, what is singular and what is plural? Singular, that we use with one person, one place or one thing. and plural that we use with more than two things. For example, he is a singular and they is a plural. So the third thing is they are based on types. So here we are going to discuss about the types. First of all, we have subjective, and then we have, you may say that, subjective or nominative, that is a case, and then we have objective and possessive. Let's just discuss these subjective case first. That can be called as a nominative, and objective would be called as an accusative, and possessive would remain same. So subjective, used for addressing subject, that this we used for addressing subject. For example, he, she, it, we, or you may say I, that we use to address the subject. So second, we have objective, used for addressing object. For example, me, us, him, her, or them. So here comes this possessive. That possessive is used to show ownership. For example, my, mine, his, hers, our, ours, so on. And so we have discussed all these things under personal pronoun. Let's just have a quick review what we have learned. First of all, we have discussed about the point of views. We have three: first person, second person, and third person. First person is I and we. Second person is you. Third person is he, she, it, or they. Third person are those that they are not present at that situation. And then we have two forms, singular and plural. Singular we use with one person, and plural we use more than two people, or two places, or two things. And then third, we have discussed based on types. We have subjective, objective, and possessive. In subjective, we have discussed this we use in the place of subject. For example, he, she, it, they, that we use in the place of subject. And then we have object. Object is used to address the object. For example, me, us, him, her. And then we have possessive, used to show ownership or the possession. So you might learn all these things from this table as well. First person, second person, and third person, they have written over there singular, plural, subjective pronouns, and then they have objective pronouns. Subjective are called as an nominative case, and this objective pronoun would be called as an accusative case, and possessive would remain same. Let's just look at this exercise. Filling the blanks with correct pronouns. Example they have given to us. There is no need to shout, I can hear you. That this I is a pronoun, personal pronoun. And here is a subject pronoun, subjective pronoun, you may say. Now number two, we have you and I work well together. Dash, we are good team. So here they have talked about you and I, which means they are plural. So here that we are going to use we. That is a subjective pronoun. And then number three, we have got a bit of a problem. Could dash help dash please. So they are asking from second person to help. So here we are going to write down, could you help? Here they have written we, and in objective pronoun we'll be writing us. Can you help us, please? Number 4 we have A is, this is a good photo, isn't dash? Now we know that with the animals and with the non-living things we use the word it. So here we are going to use, because they are referring to the photo, so that's why we are going to write down the pronoun it. This is a good photo, isn't it? Is Samina in it? Now again this it is referring to the photo. Then B, we have the answer to this question is, yes, that's dash her. Look, dash is next to Fahad. Look, she is next to Fahad. She is referring to Samina. Number 5 we have, who did this moving? Me. I did dash this morning. I did it this morning. Number 6 we have, is this Ahmed's bag? No. He. This he is referring to Ahmed. He didn't bring one. It can't belong to him. Then we have number 7. I am looking for my shoes. Have you seen them? Number B is, yes, they are here. Now this exercise number B we have, select a personal pronoun that agrees with the subject of each sentence. First of all, what is the meaning of this sentence? Agrees with the subject, which means that pronoun that we are going to use should agree with the subject. If the subject is singular, then pronoun should be singular. If the subject is plural, then the pronoun that we are going to use, that should be plural. Let's look at this example. The group has dash meeting here. The group has its meeting here. Group is collective noun, and we always use singular with the collective noun. Number 1 we have, anyone can get dash name in the news. Anyone is a singular, so here we are going to use it according to the subject. Anyone can get his name in the news. And number 2 we have, none of the checks were cashed. Dash finally expired. So here this checks we have over there, it's a plural. So here we are going to use the pronoun according to the subject. They finally expired. Number 3 we have, my mother and her sister took dash vacation together. So my mother and her sister, they are two people. So we are going to use here the pronoun according to the subject, and the subject is plural. My mother and her sister took their vacation together. Number 4 we have, all are welcome. All is showing plural. They just need to call for directions to the party. Number 5 we have, Venus and Mars have dash orbits nearer to Earth than to any other planets. Venus and Mars, they are two planets. They are showing plural, so here we are going to use the pronoun there. The band starts dash tour tomorrow night. So band is a singular, it's a collective noun, and we use singular with it, so it's showing agreement with the subject. Number 7 we have, any of the candidates could win. Dash are very much alike. So any of the candidates, that is showing plural over there, subject is plural, so that's why we are going to use over there they. Last one we have, everybody has dash own dreams and goals. Everybody is showing singular, so here we are going to use the word his over there. I hope students that you have learned your lesson. Next topic that we have, degrees of adjectives. Before discussing this, let's just discuss about adjective. When we meet someone, we pass on comment about the personality of the person. For example, we say that person was interesting, that person was boring or tall or short or slim or fatty, according to the personality of that person. So all these words that I have used to describe the personality of that person would be called as an adjective. What is the exact definition of adjective is? Adjectives are the word used to describe or modify the noun or pronoun. So how do we describe the noun? By showing the quality or disquality of the noun. So here we have degrees of adjective. First of all, what is the meaning of degree? Which means level. The way we upgrade our words, we upgrade the level of appreciation. So in degrees of adjectives, we have 3 degrees: positive, comparative, and superlative. Positive can be called as an absolute degree as well, as if they have given us example of positive is hard and interesting. You may give an example. For example, good, tall, bad, short. You may use any of the word. And what is comparative? From the word we got to know when we compare 2 things. For example, one is better than another. For example, he was taller than his brother. Here I have used taller, which is comparative degree. I have compared 2 persons together. For example, he was taller than his brother. And in comparative degree, we use the word than to show comparison of 2 things. Third is the superlative degree. From the word we got to know that superlative, which means beyond everything. So here that they have written the superlative degree of hard is hardest. For example, I have written over here, Sarah has the most beautiful eyes. Here I have used superlative degree most beautiful, and that always takes the article, which means that no else person has as beautiful eyes as Sarah. And the next question that arises, why have they used over here harder and here they have used more? So the answer is, with one syllabic word we'll be using ER, and with the words, those words that they are having syllables, more than 1 syllables, with them we'll be using more. So as in the superlative, we'll be using hardest with the 1 syllabic word, and most will be using with the word that is having more than 2 syllables. So here we have an exercise. Complete the sentences by supplying the correct degrees of adjectives. My family and I went to visit Murray last summer. Of all the summers I have had, I would say this was the dash summer ever. Good is in bracket, which means that we have to use the degree according to the sentence, which means this was the best summer ever, that he has never ever enjoyed these sort of vacations before. Number 2, in Murray we enjoyed the horse ride. I rode a horse that ran dash and dash on the hills, that ran faster and fastest on the hills. Number 3 we also climbed a tree, and when I reached the highest branch I was dash than my sister. Here is the comparison between me and my sister. So here we are going to write down more tired. Number 4 I bought a jacket which was quite dash expensive is in bracket, and my sister chose a sweater because she found it much dash cheap is in bracket to buy. So here we have a comparison. We're going to write down quite more expensive and it much cheaper to buy. Number 5 after our trip I feel I am the dash boy on earth. Here we are going to write down the superlative degree, that is the luckiest boy on earth. In page number 34 we have order of adjectives, which means how we are going to use order, how we are going to use adjective into this order. where a number of adjectives are used, which means that we use more than one adjective in a sentence. The order depends on the function of the adjectives. The usual order is, first of all, if we have adjective more than one into a sentence, this order we are going to follow. Value or opinion. Number 2, we are going to write down size, and then age or temperature. Number 4, shape. Number 5, color. Number 6, origin. Number 7, material. So they have given us this exercise that we are going to write down. Arrange the adjectives following the correct order. We saw dash whale in the sea. I have put a number over there how we are going to use them into sentence. We saw a huge grey whale in the sea. Number 2, we have Babar uses the dash ball for basketball practice. Then we are going to use medium first, blue second, and then rubber. Babar uses the medium blue rubber ball for basketball practice. Number 3, we have Mehreen brought dash bars to the birthday party. Mehreen brought a few dark triangular chocolate bars to the birthday party. Number 4, we have the pyramids of Egypt are made out of dash boulders. The pyramids of Egypt are made out of enormous rectangular rock. Number 5, we have Shahid can eat dash pizza slices. Shahid can eat 5 thin crust square pizza slices. Next topic that we have, adjective phrase. In previous we have discussed what is adjective, that modifies or describe noun or pronoun. So here we have phrase. Phrase is something that can be added or that can be excluded. So here the adjective phrase is, an adjective phrase is a group of words that functions like an adjective. For example, the black umbrella is mine. And here black is an adjective. The umbrella with a broken handle is mine. With a broken handle, this one is an adjective phrase. Here we have an example. In example A, the adjective black describes the umbrella. In example B, the adjective phrase with a broken handle describes the umbrella. It does the work of an adjective. So, adjective and adjective phrase works same. We have this exercise. Pick out the adjective phrase in each sentence. Number 1, he bore a banner with a strange device. With a strange device is going to be the adjective phrase. The principal of this school is on leave. Of this school is going to be adjective phrase. Number 3, we have the decision of the judges is final. Of the judges is going to be the adjective phrase. The tops of the mountains were covered with snow. With snow is going to be the adjective phrase. Number 5, the runner in the rear did not qualify. In the rear is going to be adjective phrase. Last topic of this unit is future indefinite tense. Put in will or be going to in these sentences. We are just going to quickly complete this exercise. Number 1, we have A, we don't have any bread. B, that the person is going to answer, I know, I will get some from the shop. Next we have, we don't have any bread. Number B, really? I dash get some from the shop then. I be going to get from the shop then. Number 3, we have, why do you need to borrow my suitcase? Answer is, I will visit my mother in Multan next month. Number 4, we have A, I am really cold. B, I be going to turn the heater on, or I will turn the heating on. Number 5, we have, are you going to Jamshed's wedding tonight? Answer is number B, yes. Are you going to? I will give you a lift. Number 6, we have, are you busy today? Would you like to have coffee? Answer is B, sorry, I dash go to the library. I will go to the library. I have been planning to study all day. Last is A, why are you carrying a hammer? Number B, answer B, I be going to put up some pictures. So I hope students that you have learnt your lesson well. Further, take care. Allah Hafiz.